you've had stories of cheating in chess, online chess, over-the-board chess. Your battle against Topalov is very famous for all the rumors and controversies that came about it. So, can you sense when a player, when cheating is happening, online, offline, I mean over the board? Can you sense when it's on? I'm asking as a player, and then I'll ask you formally as the.
I understand.
Deputy.
I can sense it, and in some cases it is extreme. So there are situations where but it hasn't happened that much. It happened once last year to me in a charity simul, online by the way, and then I had the sense, but the moves just don't match up with the supposed opponent. In games, it's much harder to tell. I think when it's a sequence of events, when you are playing the game and there's a flow to it, then you sense it more. But it's very hard to look at the moves afterwards and get that same vibe. Or maybe I tend to trust my colleagues, because I'm famously, when Topalov was accused in 2005, my reaction was I looked at his moves and they're good, but they're not, certainly doesn't indicate cheating to me. But quite strong players made the accusation. The very next year, Topalov made the accusation himself against Kramnik, that he was disappearing into the toilet, and this is his famous toilet gate. So that was another thing. And once again, I looked at the games and I thought, I don't see it. I saw Carlsen Niemann, and I thought, wow, it's a great game by this kid. I mean, he, exactly when people, when you play Carlsen, you're desperate to get it over with. Many people have this problem that they want to get it over with. They can't handle the tension of playing him for a couple of hours. So even if they have a better position, they use that as a springboard to liquidate into a drawn thing, and they take the draw. But Niemann kept conserving his advantage, even though he still had to work hard, and he converted very well. And I thought Carlsen literally cracked at the end, to come to our earlier conversation. You could literally, from his moves, you could think here he has just cracked, and the flow happens, and that was it. Then I read this very cryptic tweet of his, and I still didn't understand. I had no clue what he was referring to. And then Hikaru, I think, started in his stream, he started mentioning how people have said that Niemann is cheating. So this is how the thing started. And then it hit me, oh, they're actually accusing him of cheating, and do they have any proof? Because once again, the moves didn't say anything to me. I don't know, am I naive or my colleagues paranoid? Maybe I'm too trusting, or maybe I've just set the thing, or maybe I've just gotten to the habit of what I cannot prove, it's better to keep your mouth shut. That sort of approach. But it's a tricky question, because with computer assistance, there will be no smoking gun. I mean, you're not going to catch someone at the scene of the crime. You'll have to some degree, just take your gut feeling. So there are quite a few chess players, strong chess players, who have no particular reason to swim in these waters, but who choose to suspect him. I keep an open mind at this point, but there are commissions now investigating the matter, trying to look at it slowly. But again, there is going to be no proof. We'll have to conclude that first that a crime was done, and then that somebody did, actually committed it. It's not a nice situation, but also as Deputy President, I have to be careful in this theme. It's not even about jeopardizing what the organization is. It is simply that we will need a procedure that works consistently. Yeah. In this one case, you can have an opinion, but you need something that works in all these cases, and we'll have to determine what is the level of correlation. And should the correlation be narrow? Can it just be a percentage of all the moves? But a lot of the moves are theoretical, a lot of the moves are routine, they shouldn't correlate. Then you take the smallest subset of moves and see the correlation that with an engine suggestion. Do you compare, and people are using databases of millions and billions of games to compare. So there's a lot of stuff which will have to be done by experts in fields which I find very hard to comprehend, data analysis and statistics. And hopefully at the end of this, we'll come out of it. But I would still say that it's, even on online websites and all, it must be under 1 in 10,000. I don't think
1 in
10,000 games.
Right.
It is a small number, but because the number of games is played in the tens of millions, that still produces a high number of cheating allegations. They say that at kids levels and all, it's rampant. But again, the thing is, it's more like a social science experiment. Will people cheat when they know they're not going to be caught? I mean, it's almost going off into that territory. Nonetheless, I feel confident that we will come up with some solution. We'll live with it, because I think still in the long run, if you cheat, you will be caught at some point in chess, and so that's the hope.